Hey, I'm Ben Silverio.
And I'm Ansel Burch.
And it's time to party.
We are not doctors. We don't give medical advice. Please drink responsibly. Today's episode was recorded on May 25th, 2026.
Yes, it is. It's time to party. And if there's no time for fun, then what are we saving the earth for? Look at that. I found a good quote from this movie.
You did it.
Yes, I did. Party people, welcome back to Time to Party. Thank you for joining us. We are here at episode 2, where we're taking a look at Lost in Space this month. If you don't know about this movie, A, I don't blame you. B, here's what our friends at Rotten Tomatoes have to say. The Space Family Robinson is on a journey to Alpha Prime in the hopes of establishing a colony there, and therefore saving humanity from extinction. Their plans are foiled by the evil Dr. Smith, and they find themselves, curiously enough, lost in space. Who the hell wrote that? Like, whose idea? Who got
that
paid
one sounds like AI.
human monies to actually do that? Anyway, we are talking about Lost in Space thanks to my wonderful friend who is joining us for this whole month. We have Jordan Desjardins. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Ben. I am doing great. I just got to watch Lost in Space for the 1000th time. I'm one of like 10 people who actually love this movie. So when you invited me to talk about any time travel movie I wanted, I naturally jumped at the chance to make anyone sit down and talk to me about it. So
I'm glad we could do that for you.
Oh yeah, it's like I only get one of these every so often, so it's nice to sit down and nerd out about something I'm weirdly passionate about that no one actually cares about.
Hey, that's why we started a podcast.
I was gonna say that sounds relatable.
I don't think I've been this excited since somebody invited me to talk about all the Jurassic Park movies. So it's
oh my god,
a good time.
See, they need to put time travel in one of those so that we have an excuse to talk about them.
Frankly, shocking that they haven't.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. In the next one, what's his name? Jonathan Bailey is a time traveler.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, I buy that.
So here on Time to Party, on episode 2, we are bringing you some party favors, starting with a drinking and smoking game that'll help you get through the movie for your first watch, for your rewatch, or, just because, for good times. And then later on, we'll get into our edutainment section, where you can probably imagine the hand gesture that I just made when I said that word. Yes, we will be taking you on a shallow dive of information through something that we thought was cool, related to the movie. I was going to tease you with something, but you'd probably guess what I'm talking about later. But first, the rules for the drinking and smoking game. Well, first, Jordan, what would you pair with Lost in Space to drink while playing this game?
Ooh. I'm trying to think of something that would be good and like smooth, like maybe like Hypnotic or something. Because that's
oh my god.
Yeah, no, I haven't thought about that stuff in a long time. I'm just thinking this movie is very blue. The movie is very blue, so I thought blue.
Yeah.
I'd probably do like that with like maybe some pineapple juice and maybe a splash of cranberry. That'd be fun. But I also like this movie is the drinking aspect of this. If I had to plug it in, would be less about sipping and more about like I'm very much a person who will do the full shot every time somebody says to do the full shot. So,
well, that's a perfect introduction to your first rule then.
Yeah. So my first rule is every time Matt LeBlanc awkwardly hits on someone, take a shot.
And to be clear, it's the same person he's hitting on.
It's always
because
the same.
There are so few people.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to count him winking at Lacey Chabert one time.
That would count, I think.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Correction, every time Matt LeBlanc, let me rephrase this, every time Matt LeBlanc makes an ass out of himself with a member of the Robinson family.
There it is.
Because there's other moments where, like, for example, Judy's not even in the room, and he's like, well, that's a cold fish I'd love to thaw, to her father.
Oh my god.
Worth a shot. So I'm going to just adapt the rule to that. Every time he makes an ass of himself to someone in the Robinson family. would be.
I love that.
That feeds perfectly into my first rule, which was when you see Matt LeBlanc choose not to do a Joey, like you can see him processing. Nope, do it different than that.
Honestly, my first rule is also Matt LeBlanc related, but it is way more. But mine is way less good than yours. Either of yours. Because at the very beginning of the movie, when we first see him, I want you to take a shot from Matt LeBlanc because he could probably use it. Because honestly, I rag on Friends a lot. I do not like Friends. I don't think it's funny. I tried to watch it and I just did not get it. One of the biggest things when I was a kid was like, how do they all live in New York and not know a single Asian person? But Matt LeBlanc is legitimately great in episodes, and I said that in the last episode.
Mhm.
But if you haven't seen episodes, go watch it. It's very funny.
It's so good.
It's about these two writers who come over from England whose show is being adapted into an American remake. And it's about everything that goes wrong. And Matt LeBlanc plays a fictionalized version of himself with a large hog. And that's like... it is the source of a lot of the comedy, but it works somehow. Go watch it. It's very funny.
All right.
I honestly, I would watch almost any show that features a former American sitcom star playing any version of themselves. It's always the best comedy you're going to see on TV between episodes, or if you guys watch Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 with the late James Vanderbeek starring as himself, the best friend. Amazing.
Very good. Oh, yeah. And then there's a show called Reboot on Hulu that is very much in the same vein, where they're trying to bring back the reboot, or they're trying to reboot an old like 80s sitcom.
Yeah.
With like Keegan-Michael Key and Rachel Bloom and Paul Reiser is in it. It's a very good show.
Yeah.
Definitely in the same vein as episodes. But yeah, LeBlanc did his best. And he's in the thing, and he should have gotten more out of this, but it tanked. So shot for him.
Do a shot just because Matt LeBlanc showed up, so now you got to show up for him. That's fair.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He showed up, so you show up.
It's not quite the shot for respect that we usually do, but
sympathy shot more than anything.
That's kind of what it is.
In the ballpark.
Yeah. It's a shot for his career.
Yeah.
Which was originally called Joey, was the shot to his career. But,
Maybe the drink to pair this movie with is a penicillin then. Great tiki cocktail. Way under.
Jordan, your next one.
My next one is do a shot anytime Dr. Smith said something extra creepy or sleazy, which is pretty frequently. Whether it's most of the time he's making comments to himself because no one is paying him any mind. But then also every interaction he has with any of the girls is for some reason way weirder than it needs to be. But like that's intentional, so I feel like it's worth taking a shot every time he does it.
Okay. So my next rule is take a hit or take a drink every time John ignores Will on an important plot point.
Yeah.
But I felt like that one was a little too obvious, so I also wanted to throw in a bonus rule to take a drink every time there's a spacesuit change. Because boy, did they love changing spacesuits like
fair.
They were trying to sell toys.
Yep. They were. That was like such a big point of this, is they wanted to sell so many toys, and then they ended up releasing one wave that gave us not even the entire family, but it gave us 2 doctors. Actually, no, 3 Dr. Smiths. There's another rule, I guess. And my next rule: every time you look at something and say that's here because they wanted to make a toy of it. That's so like when the
many things.
When the bubble fighter with the shark teeth shows up, that's a shot. When the robot shows up on screen, that is a shot. When blood shows up, that is a shot. When Spider-Smith shows up, that's a shot. There's like the list keeps going. Every time you look at something,
a lot of it
because they wanted to make a toy, it's a shot.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is my last rule.
Okay.
Because the other one is too close to something we've already talked about. But my last rule is I suggest taking a hit whenever someone says or brings up the notion of being lost,
Oh, I love that.
because get lost right along with them.
Yep.
It's
And they do say it like a lot. Like they almost like wink at the camera when they say it half the time.
they make a meal of it.
Mm. They like
Are you
literally.
saying we're lost?
Yeah, they David Caruso it. Like it's almost like Penny was gonna take off the sunglasses. She's like, so what you're saying is we're lost in
In
space?
space?
In space. All right, Ansel, do you have another rule, or is
Got one more I'll throw
Got it.
out there. Every time Penny brings the narrative to an absolute halt,
Smoke until he stops.
like I get why it's there. Probably also because when they did early testing, people felt like they weren't understanding, so they were like, okay, what if we did some one shot VOs? I'm sure we could edit that in. Okay, yeah, no problem. Just a couple one ups, but boy, disjointed is the word.
That, yes, co-signed, agree.
Every time John Robinson lets his family down in some aspect, you gotta take a hit.
Oh my god.
You'd be so high by the end of that movie. Damn.
So high. My god. All right, there you have it, party people. You have some pretty good rules
There
to
it
choose
is.
from. Maybe don't do them all, because you'll be lost in space too. Yes. Anyway, now the moment you've all been waiting for, maybe, probably some of you.
You're out there.
We have edutainment. In our edutainment segment, we take a shallow dive, a lazy river, if you will, through some very shallow information about something that caught our eye. And basically, Jordan shared a lot of fun facts with us. Now we get to share some with him. Ansel, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Go for it.
Okay. All right. So, a good portion of the time that we see Lacey Chabert as Penny Robinson on screen, she's seen keeping a video log of her life before and during the launch of the Jupiter 2. She makes a list of things that she'll miss on Earth. She thirsts after Major Don West and says that she's a prisoner on the mission. While it was years before the phrase was popularized, what we see Penny doing here is vlogging, as we mentioned before. A personal record or journal that is accompanied by video. Today, this sort of thing is every social media platform: Instagram, TikTok, X. But many associate the rise of vlogging with YouTube. However, vlogging predates that platform. Ansel, Jordan, do you have any idea when someone may have released the first vlog?
The first vlog?
Like actual vlog?
Yeah, we'll go with the actual vlog.
And you're saying blog like with a B, not vlog with a V.
No, with a V. Yeah, the first time someone did a video blog. Yeah.
I mean, probably close to around the time of this movie, honestly, because we were in that era at that point. This is 1998, so I'm gonna guess probably between then and like the year 2000.
I'm gonna go with 94.
Okay. That's what I thought. From 1976. 76, you were so close. From 1976 until his death in 1989, videographer John Nelson Sullivan chronicled the arts and club scene of New York City by filming long walks with his dog, backstage interaction with drag and queer artists and performers, and various after-party antics. He was also like an influential figure in RuPaul's rise to fame, because they were roommates when RuPaul first moved to New York from Atlanta. In the summer of 1989, Sullivan had planned his own public access show to showcase this archive that he built up. But unfortunately, in the early hours of July 4th, he suffered a heart attack mere hours after shooting new footage around Sheridan Square and the Stonewall Inn, where he spoke about the death of his transgender friend Christina, who the first episode of the show would have been dedicated to. After that, some of the footage did end up popping up on YouTube on a channel called 5 Ninth Avenue Project, which was started by Sullivan's friend and collaborator Dick Richards. In 2012, he ended up, I know.
Wait, pause. I understand this is an important fact, but you're telling me this guy's name was Richard Richards?
Richard Richards, yeah. That's rough.
No, Dick was a nickname.
For Richard.
wasn't. No.
Yeah.
God, I meant to write it down and I forgot what his real name is, but he went by Dick.
So this is a choice he made to be Dick
Yes.
Dick.
Yes.
Dick.
Dick
Wow.
Dicks. But yes, so thanks to Dick Dicks. God damn it. We should probably respect
You
him
brought
as an
this up
artist.
yourself.
I did.
Nah,
But-
not when you made that choice.
Yeah. Thanks to his preservation of Sullivan's work, we got to see that he was clearly the precursor to modern vlog culture, right down to flipping the camera around selfie style.
Wow.
After that, Adam Contras is credited as the world's first and longest running vlog. Before moving over to YouTube after its launch in 2005, Contras started chronicling his journey into show business in the year 2000 on 4tvs.com. He still makes videos to this day. He's currently at 2,481 videos on his channel, but the Guinness Book of World Records says that the most consecutive daily personal video blogs posted on YouTube belongs to We the King's bassist Charles Trippy, who over the course of 10 years released 3,653 consecutive videos before switching to a non-consecutive schedule because of pressure that he was putting on himself and to prioritize time with his family.
Interesting.
So, yes. So the first official vlog, like using that language, came about in the 2000s, but 1976 was when it's recognized as the first vlog like type content.
So technically, I was
Wow.
correct.
Technically, you were both correct. Yes.
The best kind of correct.
All right, what do you got for us, Ansel?
So I am once again going to say that the topic that I picked is maybe a little bit too complicated, and I apologize in advance. But what I wanted to talk about was time bubbles, because the conceit of this movie is so interesting as someone who is a huge Star Trek nerd, because the idea of time bubbles in practicality is sort of linked with warp bubbles. So if you look into the physics of it, they're really one and the same. The idea that there is a bubble in space-time that sort of encapsulates itself and everything within is sort of self-contained. And if you think about it in the Star Trek sense, this is, you create a warp bubble around your spaceship, and that's how you are able to travel faster than light. It's the only way that it makes sense to be able to travel beyond that barrier. That said, the prevailing science now does not maintain warp bubbles as a thing. The state of physics theory in that space no longer holds that it would be a bubble, and has replaced this conception with quantum foam. And the idea being that there's no reason that space-time should be smooth. Why do we assume it's smooth? Instead, it makes every bit of sense that there would be like a foam analog in space-time, and the drawings of it are all wild and crazy. Looks like some Dr. Seuss shit, honestly.
So what you're saying is it's a nimbly bimbly timey-wimey foam.
Exactly so. Yeah. So space-time foam or space-time bubbles are this idea of quantum fluctuation at very small scales due to quantum mechanics. The way that these particles are moving is at that scale, at small, like beyond microscopic scale, is not as we predict. And this is a good way for theoretical physicists to kind of get around the fact that when you get to quantum state experimentation, frequently nothing works the way you expect it to anymore. All of the quantum state experiments that they've run, for the most part, come up with completely off the wall results. Things aren't where you expect them to be. There are masses that don't belong, or too much mass in some cases. And so the theory is that you could hypothetically prompt this space-time foam to create these bubbles on a larger scale if you had enough energy. And that's the challenge that we have right now, is that there's not enough energy on the planet to successfully manipulate quantum gravity. The only bit that I'll go further into on, because we get into Planck lengths and quantum gravity and stuff that I'm not qualified to try to tell you about, let alone understand myself. But there is an element of this that is based around the Casimir effect, which is the physical force acting on two boundaries in confined space. And so this is related to the way that you may be familiar with when you fire an electron through a space, it being unpredictable where that electron will end up at the end of it. And this is because of this Casimir effect, the idea being that if you don't have anything to regulate the quantum fluctuations, that electron is going to be sort of affected by all sorts of stuff. And then if you do put something in place to try to control these quantum fluctuations, what you actually end up doing is just sort of compressing everything and making it even more unpredictable. So the idea is that if you were somehow able to compress the space and put a lot of energy into it, that you could then create these bubbles in a controlled way, which I said all that, and I'm still not 100% sure that I fully understand it. But there you go. So space-time bubbles, theoretically, yeah, maybe we could do that, but it would take a lot of energy that we don't have and a lot of physics that doesn't work currently. So maybe don't hold your breath.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
That's fascinating and so unfathomable. Like,
it was easier to grasp when it was a bubble somehow, but this foam business really did me in.
Yeah, leave it to Big Foam to get rid of bubbles.
Conspiracy from Big Foma.
There it is.
Well, there you go, party people. Maybe you learned something. But whether you did or not, we had a good time, because that's what parties are about, right? So, gosh, next week we're coming at you with the Conversation Pit, where we get to learn a little bit more about our guest.
Hooray!
You got to hear a little bit about Jordan and our relationship and what he does, but we're going to dive in a little bit more next week. You might even get to the bottom of why he loves Lost in Space so much, if you weren't listening during the first episode. Anyway, you can find us on the internet. I'm at Silverio20 on a bunch of stuff.
I am literally everywhere as Jordamus_Prime.
And I am at The Indecisionist on all of the meta properties, as well as Blue Sky.
If you are still using a social media platform that uses hashtags, you can use the hashtag Time2Party. That's time, the number 2 party, to join in on the conversation.
Special thanks to April Moralba for our podcast art, and to Marlon Longid of Marlon and the Shakes for our amazing theme song. This has been an Indecisionist production.
So I say get lost, but I don't want to be mean. So leave for a little while and then come back for our next episode. Until then, be excellent to each other.
And the monkey flips the switch.
There we go.
Beautiful.